Hi folks, welcome to Carl's Vaping Reviews once again. Welcome to the video. Tonight I have a review for a sample model that came in from a company called Arymi. I think I'm pronouncing this correct. Some people might tell me wrong. This company has been around. They have been around for a while on doing some research on them, but they have recently become under the Kang umbrella, and this is one of the first products that have been developed under the Kang umbrella, and it's the Arymi Gille tank. This is a mouth to lung tank, and as you can see, it says sample not for sale. It's not actually on sale yet, but it will soon be. And this came to me direct from Arymi through a good friend of mine who's a wholesaler, and he asked me if I wanted to review it, and here it is in all its glory. So what we're going to do is I'll open the box for you. We'll have a look at it, and then I'll show you. There's some innovation with this, with regards to the excuse me, with regards to the coil system being used in here, which I've not seen before. So we'll go around the box first. So on the box, as you can see, let's just get focusing. There we are. You get one Gille tank, 3 EOCC Canthal A1 0.2 ohm coils, 1 Pyrex glass, 1 cotton, and 1 set of seal rings. And you can see the rest of it, etc. On the side, we have arymi.com with a scratch. I've not scratched it off, it's a scratch authenticity. And nothing on that side, nothing on that side, and you've already seen the back. So as we open it up, it's a magnetic flap, and we get greeted with the tank itself. And as you can see, that is what you get in. Just zoom, focus in a bit better. There we are. So we'll just pull these bits out one by one, and we'll show you the what you get. So we take this off, which is in the side pouch, and you get 2 spare coils. Now I'll show you. You get 2 of them. There's nothing on them marked up on what they are, but it does say in the manual what the coils are. And let's just show you these up close. These are the coils. As you can see, they're very, very light as well. They're like a notch coil at the top with cotton. Now these coils will be very, very inexpensive. Less than, probably, they're going to be around about £1.50 each. But they can be re-whipped very easily, as you can see. But they're very, very light. You have to be very careful getting them out of the package, else you will bend them. Effectively, it's like a cartridge shape. It has a flange at the top, as you can see here. You see this flange here, and that's the coil. There's no markings on the coil as such at all. There's no markings on the coil at all. Normally we see coils with marks on, wattage, etc. This is the I'll show you the instruction manual. There we are. And that's the diameter, the length, coil type, the weight, the capacity, 3mm, 0.2 ohm, drip tip as a POM, replaceable Pyrex glass. Open it up a bit more, and it tells you more about the tank, the parts. You can strip this tank right down. New old coil, juice filling. Open it up a bit more. It's about wicking. and about re-wicking it and where you cut the cotton, and some warnings. You can pause the video and read this. And that's the instruction manual. Then you get something like this card, which is how to prime. So it's asking for 5 or 6 drops in the top and 1 to 2 drops down the side. So we'll get the tank out. I'm staying out of focus because I'm going to bring the tank in. This is the tank. As you can see, I think it's a really nice design. Now what we've got here, we'll start at the top, is we've got a pom style Dalryn 510 drip tip, but it has a bit of a flange on it, as you can see. Has a flange on it, bit top hat, bit like a top hat, but it does fit normal 510 drip tips. Let's just pinch one here from something. This is just off of Heracles, and as you can see, it fits nice. And then what we have is a bit of knurling on the top here. We'll just go around the tank first. On the bottom, it's got Gille and manufactured by Kanga. And then we have a gold-plated 510, which does stick out a little bit. And we have some knurling on the base there. That's to aid getting the tank apart. Lots of little knurling marks on this. It's really nice, not intrusive. And then we've got Arymi engraved into the top cap. Now this bit comes off here, like so. To reveal, this is your top cap where your drip tip goes into. That's how it will come off normally, and then it's got a translucent toe ring, and then it's got some, if you can see that here, inlets. That's where the vapor comes in from, because this is a spit back protection, as you can see. There you go, spit back protection in there. Obviously better if you take the, there you go. And then, as you can see down there, that's where your vapor comes in. Great for no spit back, this tank, really good. And then we have this part here. Now these got 4 direct injection airflow, which hits the coil top exactly. We'll take this off. This what holds your coil, and you take it out like so. And you're left with the tank part. So we'll look at this first. Now be very careful with these coils, because all you do is push it out. That's the section, the coil holding section. And then it's got the coil has a flange on the top, as you can see. Now this isn't the, I've used this coil and I've dry burnt it by placing it back in without any cotton in and just firing it a few times, and then I've re-wicked it with some of my own cotton. And this has got fresh cotton in here now, but I'll show you how to re-wick this now before we get in a second. Before we'll just have a look at the rest of the tank. So that's your top section that holds your coil, and then you've got in here, as I say, direct injection. It's got some like tubes coming from the airflow holes that when your coil sits in here like so, you can see that it's going to hit the top, or the part of the coil that's actually going to heat up. So, and then it's got a slat, it's got an O-ring in there, an internal O-ring, just about see it. And then this all comes apart dead easy for cleaning. Just unscrew, and then you take your glass off, and you have got a maximum mark on here as well, as you can see there. It says max. That's where you fill your liquid up to, and that's your contact around the bottom. That's where it's getting its voltage from, or it's getting the power from, and then that goes through obviously to the 510 pin at the bottom. So, and you get a spare glass in the package. So it's a case of putting the glass back on, screwing this cap back on, this is where your knurling comes in on the base here, when you can just, and that's your section. That's how you need your tank, the bottom section, to fill it, because you're filling in that hole there, that big central hole. So dead easy fill, and it's a bit bowl shaped inside. So any condensate that is generated by this tank, it sort of goes and drips back in again and mixes with your e-juice in there, which is a great innovation, because I've had this sitting on its side and there's been no leaks out the airflow holes or anything like that. It is sort of marketed as a no leak system because of the way it's designed. Now, this is the coil. As you can see, you can re-wick this. Now, it does say on how to re-wick it. All you need is some cotton. I use the pads like this, and I cut just eyeball it, put your coil up to it, see how sort of wide you want to cut, and I'm going to cut it about there, leave it a bit more. I'm not going to take any top or bottom off the pad. So you've got a section a bit like that. It's a bit wonky cutting wise, but, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out. It pulls out. I would pull them out from the top. Just get a little pair of tweezers or something, or a little screwdriver like this, and that's all you do to re-wick this. Same when it's wet as well. So you just pull it out like so. Get all the little fluffy bits off, and then just get the piece that you've just cut. Now, I always, with this, I've found that it's got some little notches at the bottom, and if you go in through the top with your cotton, it starts snagging on these little notches that are cut out at the bottom. So I go in through the bottom of the coil, because this is the base. This is the base, and that is the flange top. And that's the notch part here is where it actually heats up. These are your legs, positive and negative legs of the coil. So what we do is we just roll it up a bit so you can get it in to the coil like so, and then twist and push, twist and push until it sticks out the top like so, and then just untwist it a bit and then pull like that until you've got a nice resistance in there. You don't want it too tight. And then what you do is, first of all, you don't want anything sticking out. That's the base, so you don't want nothing sticking out. You want it to be cut down here. So what I do is I cut the base off level, the base of the cotton like so, fluff it out a little bit like that, and then I pull it up slightly from the top like so, and then cut the top like that, and then get your little screwdriver again and just fluff it out. And that's it. That's it. I just think it's a great design of a coil. And that's re-wicked again. Take all your fluffy bits off if you want. And that's how you re-wick the coil. It's dead easy. It really is a very inventive coil, innovative coil. And then all you do then is you place it inside this cap here, like so. So then your flange part sits in there. Then you put your finger on it. Then you place it into the tank like so. But first of all, we need to fill it up. So we'll just fill it up with some AVB, Smurf's Blood, from Andrew Sharples. So all we do is fill it up straight down the middle. This is a 70-30. And then we're at the maximum. There's a maximum mark on it. It's just shy of the top of the glass. That'll do. Then we place the top cap and the coil inside. Obviously it's going to get wicked up straight away. Then we just need to do a bit of priming on the top. So as you can see, that's where we do the priming. Now we need, right on here, we need 5 or 6 drops right on the centre of the cotton here, and then we need 2 drops in each side of these holes. So we'll do that now. There we go. And that's primed up, as you can see. And all we need to do then is to put the top back on. Like so. That is the Arymi, keep forgetting how it's pronounced, Arymi Gille Tank. And let's just get the, there we go. And it's a nice looking tank. So let's just go back out a little bit, and I'm going to put it on my battery's a bit low, but I've got it on my DNA 200 or DNA VT133 because it's a dual 18650 mod, so it's limited to 133. But the coils run between 20 and 40 watts. It is a direct lung. There's no airflow control. What you see is what you get with the airflow control. And let's get to primed a little bit more. What you see is what you get airflow control, and it is quite open. It is quite open, but a nice. It's not very open at all, but it's got a nice smooth. There's no whistle from it. A little bit if you're not. If you sort of direct lunging quite hard, there's a slight whistle at the beginning, but that's what you get with this tank. It's no airflow control on it. So this is just at 30 watts at the moment. Bit low for me, and it is a very cool vape compared to what I'm used to. So I'm going to knock it up to 35. I've been running it about 35 to 38 watts. And it has really good flavour. Really good flavour. As you can see, you know, it's putting out some vapour. I mean, it's only at 35 watts. I'll show you that on my DNA. There we are. It's reading 0.29 ohms on here. But like I say, they are 0.2 ohm coils. So I've had it reading 0.25 and 0.29. But obviously, I've used it, rewicked it a number of times now, so it's obviously gained a bit. No, I've had no. Let's knock it up a bit more. Let's knock it up to 37. As you can see, keeps going. It's a 3mm tank, and I just love the coil invention. I think the coil invention is absolutely superb because of the ease of rewicking. It's going to be a cost-effective tank to run. It's not going to be you know, very expensive at all. I think the tank will be in around the 20 quid mark here in the UK. But I'm just like I'm just loving it. Cons? Are there any cons? Not really. It uses the juice because of the coil light setup. It uses the juice all the way down to the bottom. It does start getting, as soon as you got the tiniest little bit of juice in the bottom, then you start getting dry hits then. But because obviously it's not wicking that little tiny mill at the bottom where you leave the cotton not exposed to the juice. But it uses really all of the juice in the tank as well, and there's no leaks from it. There's a no leak sort of tank even from the top. I've had it lying on its side and it's not leaked anything out of the airflow holes. Just the whole design, the innovation of this tank is really good, and I think it looks quite smart. Even this is on the VT133. Let's put it on another tank for you. On another tank. Let's put it on another mod for you. Let's obviously this is on a this is I'm going to put it on a Sigali 213 155. That's on a Sigali 155. It does look the part, and it's going to come in white. Looking at the back of the box, it's white, silver, and black. There, obviously, this is the stainless steel one, the silver. That's on the 213. Let's put it on. I've got an RX200S here with my TFV8 on. Let's take that off. Let's put it on. I mean, it's a 22mm device, so it's not, you know, it's not going to be with the RX200S. It's going to sit inside the cutout, and it looks quite smart on there. Looks really good. It sits inside the cutout for the. So let's knock it down a bit. And that's the Arymi Gille Tank, guys. Would I buy this? Yes, I would. After because it's a tank that you can put on to any device, run it at lowish wattage, and get good flavour, good vapour, and it's not going to drink your juice like a lot of these sub-ohm tanks at the moment. And I just think it has a really innovative coil system that they're using. They're using like a notch style canthal coil in there, and that's the Arymi Gille Tank, which is manufactured by Kanga. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.